Hello, we are going to be going over our lesson 93 today. Some pretty nice pieces to help us to kind of prevent mistakes and also to learn something new. So when we estimate for multiplication, what we're doing that for is to help ourselves not make so many mistakes and also to see if our answer is reasonable. So this is what we're looking at today. Tom multiplied 23 times 63 and got 129. Is his answer reasonable? Now, this is not uncommon to see. I've seen answers like that on some of our math homework. So this idea of what we're looking at is something that actually exists. So let's take a look. So if we had 23, oops, let me get my pen back here. Okay. Okay. So if we look at this again, sorry about that, 23 times 63. Okay. So let's estimate to see about where should his answer be. 23 is going to round to 20. 63 is going to round to 60. Okay, now this could be a problem too if we don't do this problem right. So for this problem, remember what we can do is cross off all the zeros that we have at the end of our numbers. I had crossed off 2 zeros, so I have to put 2 zeros back on the end of my number. Sometimes I've seen only people put 1 0. However many you cross off is how many you put back on. All right, and then we do 2 times 6 is 12. So we have 1,200 is about where the answer should be. He got 129. So is his answer reasonable? No. So let's see what our actual answer should have been. If we have 23 times 63, I'm going to do it the up and down way, the vertical way, and then I'll do it that horizontal way. Okay, so we forget about the 6 for right now. Then we look at 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so we just forgot about that number. We just did 23 times 3. And we got 69. Now, we're done with that 3. So we put a 0 under here because now we're going to go multiply by tens. If you multiply by tens, there's not going to be any ones. So we put the 0 there in place. Now we have 23 times 60 or 23 times 6 because I already put my 0 in place. 6 times 3 is 18. I carry my 1. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 more is 13. Now I'm going to add them together. 9 and 0 is 9. 8 and 6 is 14. Carry my 1. 3 and 1 is 4. 1,449. Now you might not think that's close, but when you're doing double digits, that is close, 1,214.49. Because when you think about it, we lost a group of 3 here, we lost a group of 3 here, 3 groups of 20, 3 groups of 60, so that makes sense. Okay, let's go over here though and check out how we do this. So that 23 is going to stay the same on the top. Numbers on the top stay the same. Numbers on the bottom, 60 and 3, because that equals 63. 60 and 3. And you can even write this with your 0 off to the side there. If you want to, like drop the 0 down like we've been doing. So I cross the 0 off and put it here. Then we do 6 times 3 is 18, carry my 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 3 is 6. Add those together, and we get 1,449. Okay? So when we multiplied and we estimated to find our answer, we realized that that 129 is not anywhere close to what our answer should be. So if you're doing this problem and you get something like that, go back and check your work. See what your answer could be or should be. Okay, let's try another one here. It says estimate the product of 29 and 65, then find the exact answer. All right, so when we estimate a product. Product, remember, means multiplication, the answer to a multiplication problem. So I'm going to round 29. 29 would round up to 30. I'm going to round 65. 65 would round up to 70. So I have my two numbers there. I cross off my zeros. I put my zeros back on. Now I could just have 3 times 7, which gives me 21. So my estimated product is 2100 or 2100. Now if I'm going to find my exact, I'll do it right over in my problem here. I forget about my 6 for right now. I'm just going to look at 29 times 5. 29 times 5. 5 times 9 is 45. We put our 4 up and our 5 down. Remember, it should match 45. It's not 54. 9 times 5 is 45. Then we do 5 times 2 is 10, plus that 4 more in there. So we have 14. All right, I'm done with my 4, and I'm done with my 5. So we make that 0 come down right there. Then we do 6 times 9 is 54. Carry my 5. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 5 more is 17. We add them together. 5, 8, 8, 1. 1,885. See what happens over here too. Let me show you the common mistake that also I see. So we get the 145 correct, but then people forget to put the 0 in there, and then they have 174, and they add it together, and they get 319. If I got 319 and I did my estimating answer and I saw it was 2,100, I'm going to say, something's wrong with that. Okay? So make sure that when you do that, if you estimate it out, but also make sure you have the right amount of zeros at the end, then you can figure out, am I close? Over here, just to rewrite, I'm not going to redo the problem, but just what it would look like if you're going to do it the other way. 29 times 60 plus 29 times 5. Okay? And then you add the two together. If you're doing the exact same thing, it's just a different look to it. All right, next we're going to look at estimating the quotient of a division problem. So I have 1,845 divided by 6. I want to estimate it. Well, estimating for division is a little bit different. When you have a bunch of numbers like this, what I want you to do is just look at those basic facts of the 6. Okay, so let's look at our basic facts of 6. 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5. I'm going to stop right there for now. All right, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Okay, so I want to take a look at the 6 and the first two numbers. So what I'm basically doing here is I'm looking at 6 and then the 18. Is there one that's close to or equal to the 18 when we look at this? If you look over here, you'll see that the 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm going to leave the 18, 18. And then any numbers that I have after it, I'm just going to make zeros. Okay? I make them zeros because what that means is I know this is just a basic fact. 18 divided by 6 is going to give me something. And then I'm going to just have the two zeros that are going to go up there. So what number times 6 does equal 18? 3. So 3 is up here. So if I were to estimate this, I would say the estimated quotient is 300 because 1800 divided by 6 is 300. Okay? We're going to do another one like this because this one here, I'm going to, again, do a couple practice ones on that because that one, that division of that can sometimes be a little bit maybe confusing to us. I don't know. But let's take another look. How about if we had, there it is, 2,632 divided by 3. Okay, there's our problem. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change those last two numbers to 0. I'm going to keep my 3 over there. Okay, that's the first thing we're doing. Get rid of any numbers over there, make them zeros. Now I'm going to look at my basic facts of 3. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 4, 3 times 5, 3 times 6. And we go all the way up to, oopsie, I was going to say 9, and we go up to 9. Okay, that's as far as we go. 3 times 9. Those are our basic facts. So we do equals 3, equals 6, equals 9, 12, 15, 18, where are we at 7, 21, 24, and 27. That's supposed to be a 7. That looks bad. Okay. All right. Now, I'm looking at these first two numbers, 26. I want to find a number that is close to 26, as close to 26 as possible. It can go over, it can be under, doesn't matter, close to 26. Which one do you see? Closest answer is 26. All right, so you saw this one, right? All right, so I want to change 26 to my number over here. So instead of 26, now I have 27. Let's change that to 27. All right, now I can put these zeros up here. And now I say, what times 3 is 27? 9. So my answer would be 900 is the estimated answer for 2,632 divided by 3. Okay? That's how we do what we call compatible numbers to find the estimation of a division problem. So just a quick review with you, okay? To find the estimated answer, we're going to round each number, cross off the zeros, put both zeros back on, and then do the basic fact. That's going to give me an estimated answer. It'll also tell me if something's reasonable or not. And then when we look at finding an exact answer, remember the process here, or you can use break apart down here. And then estimating the quotient, we're going to look at just the first two numbers divided by the number that's knocking at the door. Okay? And then the other numbers just become zeros. Okay? That's our lesson for today. As far as your homework today, you have a worksheet that goes with lesson 93. And take a look at that, and if hopefully it all goes well, and that you understood what we were looking at today. All right. Have a good day, and I will talk to you tomorrow, if not before, on another video.